folks. How are you all doing today? It is Monday, and Monday means Dresden Files at 9 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Central, and that makes it 6 p.m. Pacific. Now that I've gone through and given time, I'm going to skip the weather and a brief recap of what we did last time. Just 1 second, guys. Are we getting echoing?
I'm hearing echo.
You're hearing echo in your ears?
Yes.
Okay. You probably have Twitch up. And you haven't muted it. Sorry, folks.
Was that it?
Yes.
Okay.
This is just not my night.
Okay.
It's all good.
Now, normally in a situation like this with guys in gaming, we would spend the next 5-10 minutes harassing Vort about that situation, but we're going to be nice and just skip past it.
It's all good. No soap suds are coming out of his computer, so we're good.
That's right.
Right. That's Oh, and by the way, folks, as a public service announcement, do not use the wrong soap in dishwashers, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, that was only a minute, so I think we did that well.
Yeah, we did. You're right. Okay. So, last time we ended with we had the players take a field trip to the site of a magical calamity, during which they pretty much discovered what they believe happened. That caused what's being called the white event in the area, where a gigantic charge of magic was sent down one of the ley lines, messing with a lot of things. Now, that all aside, what we also discovered last time was that Cessair appears to have magical abilities that she wasn't fully aware of before. And if Hugo's chipmunk is to be believed, she's got some kind of druid powers. So that was something we discovered. Something we already knew was that Scarlet and Cessair could get on each other's nerves very easily. Players, they get along great, but the characters, it doesn't take much for them to get on each other's bad side. And I believe, how did we end it with you two last time? I believe it was
Scarlet grabbed Cessair.
Scarlet was grabbing Cessair. Okay.
She tried to grab Cessair.
Oh, okay, that's right. It was going to be okay.
Right at that moment.
Yeah.
We had not resolved that yet.
Yes. So, okay. So then I guess at this point, for initiative purposes, to handle how that goes, what we're going to do is I'm going to have, considering that this is going to be physical, I'm going to have you both just go ahead and roll double your physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poorly. That's how this is going to go. Somebody buy me plot points, please. I only have one. I need them.
Should I
Okay,
and
thanks,
Hugo
Laura.
roll to try to react?
You two can also roll initiative if you think you're going to want to react. Yes.
Yeah.
Here's mine.
I'm going to want to do something. I just have no idea what.
Yeah, I don't know yet either, but I'll throw initiative in as well.
Between the vampire and her prey.
I mean,
Right.
to be honest, if it makes you feel any better, the GM doesn't really know what he wants to do. So I don't know how your characters would be able to figure it out.
Right.
And like there may have been a plot point for each of the participants in this fight. Give it out in chat.
Okay, so we've got.
Oh boy.
Here's Hugo's rolls.
Oh god, I still have that D10 complication too. Don't I? Do I?
What was the D10 complication for?
Do I
I
still
believe you
have
do.
In tune.
Oh,
Is that still there? I imagine awakening to her powers might be
Yeah.
rather disconcerting.
yeah, it is because of how you feel. Okay, so what we've got is be
interesting.
So let's see, we've got 13, 7, 9, and 9. So
And who got the 13?
that would be Scarlet got them.
Oh.
Bite me.
And the 7 was picked up by Cessair. But it's not exactly surprising. It's she's the bookstore girl.
Right.
I
I mean, maybe she has book muscles.
Yeah. And then of course Cindy and Hugo are just stuck in the middle going like,
Even though I rolled better than Cessair, the first round I'm calling surprise. I'm just stunned and trying to figure out what the hell to do.
yeah.
That's my action. I'm just gonna call it out there right now.
Yeah.
Like if I can think about something, come my initiative, I'll do it. But chances are I'm going to be in the same boat.
Okay, so Scarlet, you're just going to reach out and grab her.
Yeah, I lunged for her. I believe right before I lunged for her, she said, "Bring it," and so she's bringing it.
Sounds
Okay.
like her.
So, all right. So go ahead and roll. I mean, it's up to you how much you bring into it or tap into your stuff, but it would be fight. It would be fight, physical, and your vampiric powers if you tap into them.
Oh yes, because she's super hungry, so it wouldn't really be if.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And
Yeah, this is going to be bad.
I'm going to spend a plot point to roll as a D12.
okay.
Oh, of course you are.
She's really mad. Okay.
Well, I was just telling you could leave if you didn't want to be here.
Okay. You've got you have set the difficulty for Cessair to be 16.
I'm assuming it's a similar role for me, physical and fight.
Yep, physical and fight. Can you even beat 16?
If I use my Child of the Isles,
That makes sense.
That would make sense.
Distinct.
Yes. Yep.
fight is one of the skills for that one.
Yep. That is
And
fair.
I will also be staging mine up to a D12 because you don't argue with an Irish woman. Or fight with one.
Not unless you're also Irish.
Influence was the other skill on that
Right.
one, so.
Yeah.
Or Scottish.
Right.
Apparently. Alright, physical D6. D6 for fight, and D12 for that distinction. Saving grace here. To beat a 16, it's fine, it's doable.
Okay. So you're up
Not on
to
those dice, it's not.
No, it's not. You're at 9.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, sorry, you rolled a 10, you're
Seven
right.
and 3.
Yep. So, all right, do you have anything else you're going to do for that?
Could spend my other plot point to add a polka die, but I'm not going to. so that's how it fell.
Okay. All right. So Scarlet, you do get a hold of her. You do. Um, you do, however, have a complication of D6 hooked on a root.
Okay.
So, but that gets you a plot point back.
Okay.
Um,
So I do get a hold of her.
you do get a hold of her. What are you doing now?
At this point, she's just in blind rage because of the hunger and Cessair being Cessair. So she's going to pin her down on the ground and go for her wrist to bite.
Okay. All right. Now the one thing I didn't ask before I asked what you were doing next was, because here you tried to evade. You do have an action though. You do have an action before she can do that next
Yeah.
move.
Okay, so
Alright.
it is me. Hugo and Sydney are staring slack-jawed for the moment.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
So Cessair, having just found out about what she can possibly do, is going to try and reach for that power, and we'll see how that goes. She's just trying to use it to get off of her.
Okay. Just to get her off of her. Okay. Yeah. Then I would say. I would say mental focus, and your, newbie druid distinction.
All right, D12, D6, and D8. I'm not staging that up. All right. 12.
12 respectable.
Yep. And actually, you know what? Go ahead and roll another d6. I forgot. You do have another d6 to roll also. Because that's, I'm trying to figure out how to handle Scarlet's issues. Okay, doesn't change anything.
Ah,
Consistency is king.
Consistency is king. Yes. Okay.
can I
Scarlet,
roll another 3? Jesus.
I would say that is probably a physical and a move
Okay.
to avoid getting tangled up.
Am I vampire?
Yeah, you're vampire since you're in full
Eating?
blown. Yep, full blown feeding and anger.
You said physical move.
Yep.
Let's see.
So you're going against a 12.
And I'm going to use that plot point and stage up my vampire to 12.
Okay.
Those damn ones.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stage up the that tangled in the roots complication to a D8.
Okay.
But you get another plot point back.
Yes.
And you're not
I need
ripped
my
away.
ones. I need my plot points.
And you're not ripped away
Okay.
from her.
So she's going to bite her wrist.
She's gonna basically move in to bite her wrist. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let's just see. Just set this. I'm gonna set this real quick. Kazir, go ahead and roll me a mental and notice.
Oh, good. I'm good at that. What is my notice?
You got to beat a 12 because I rolled double sixes, which would be deadly if we were rolling Rollmaster, but we're
All
not.
right, D12 and a D10. Let's see if I can do it.
Oh, nice.
And,
Just past the line. All you
Stay
need.
right there on that 10. Thank
Yep.
you.
um,
I saw the die. It was like leading. I'm like, no, you stay right there. At 2.
and so at this point, you see her like, she's got a hold of you. She's going at your things, and you can see the fangs. I mean, like that she has vampire fangs.
Yeah. Not the weirdest thing I found out today.
Right.
Nope, it is not the weirdest thing.
More up front and close.
Yep. You do get an intense feeling that you should not come in contact
Naturally.
with her at all. With her mouth at all. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Scarlet, and roll your fight.
So
Fight.
fight, physical,
Fight phys-
and vampire.
Yep.
Without my glasses, I'm just guessing on the colors here. Physical. And I will stage, I'll use one plot point, one more, to stage up to a D12. Wait a minute, that's not right. Let's see, there we go.
Man, that's me rolling.
I don't like that.
I mean, I'm looking at that 8-sider and that 12, and I'm thinking, okay, is that going to roll or no? It's not.
No,
So
that's where it is.
that's where it is. Okay.
Everybody gets 1. That was your 1.
Yeah. Okay. So Kazir,
Literally can't beat that.
well, you do.
I cannot beat that.
With your physical fight, you also get an extra D8.
Physical and fight, even if I extra
You-
D8 from 1.
from her complication because she's got her foot tangled in roots.
Does she get to keep that extra D8?
She gets to roll. I'm having her roll the complication as part of her thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have an extra D8.
Yeah. 20 is a tall task, though.
It is, yes. And you don't have any more plot points or anything?
Plot point. I would have to spend that plot point to have a chance of meeting her 20.
Okay. That's up to you what you want to do. Or you can just take it and
So you don't have to spend the point ahead of the roll. You can spend it after the roll.
To stage it up, I do.
yes.
Sorry, stage up you did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't stage up, I have no chance of beating it.
The other thing you can do, you can just accept that it's going to happen and, use it to set yourself up for your next thing.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll straight without staging it up, and then we'll see if I'm even close enough to bother spending it. No. I'm not even close enough to bother with I rolled a 10. And gave you a 1 to play with.
Yes, you did. You're right. Okay.
Please take it so I can get a plot point back. I need my plot points, please.
Okay, you do get a plot point back.
It's the days of me having an abundance of them.
Yep. Okay. So you feel a tearing. She definitely cuts your wrist. But it goes numb almost immediately. And you now have a D8 complication of
Losing blood.
Bitten.
Actually, sorry that you've got two complications. You've got a D6 for being bit, and you've got a D8 for you got a D8 for feeling great. But those two really don't kick in until the next phase, until the next turn. So you do have an action. Actually, the other two at this point, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna yell at Hugo to tell him to do something. Great word to the leader right there. And just run in to try to separate those two. Now, I got an Electrum last time. Is that an auto success? Is that what an Electrum gets you?
Yes.
Yep.
Then
I believe
that's
so.
what I want to use to separate them. Because I don't think I can go up against this dice pool that's going between those two.
Yep. Okay, so you're just going to...
Yeah.
All right.
Just move in and try to separate them and get
Well,
the
at that
teeth
point-
off of the druid.
Yeah, at that point you okay. Yep. I mean, she's already been bit, so there is automatically that.
Right.
And we
Not
don't
much I
know
can
for
do about
sure
that now.
Blood is being drained. It could
Right.
just be that she bit and her
Mhm.
saliva is now all over her.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, so you got so using that Electrum, you bust in and basically throw your body to separate the two of them.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's just like trying to break up a bad bar fight. I'm just throwing myself directly in the middle and hope they separate.
Okay. Hugo, what are you doing?
I'm on the ground.
So I want to create a fast knockout gas type potion. Just
do it to all of us. Just
something to make them all just go to sleep. But I want to actually even throw this out further to you, Tom. I want to do it in such a way that I actually strain myself in doing this. Can I willingly take a complication to help improve this in some way? That's been a plot point. Willingly take a complication to strain against my magic to do this harder.
Yep. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right, so then basically I can step up my potion master to D12 doing this straining effect.
Yep.
Right. So mental, magic, potions. I forgot to ask you to roll a lovely difficulty for me.
You hit me a little fast, so I will. Okay, so you were making a knockout gas.
Yeah.
On the fly, quick. So I would make that. Okay.
Guess my 12 is good enough.
Your 12 is definitely good enough. And I'm gonna let you. Well, yeah, you didn't get you bought the complication. Did you want to buy it off back for one?
Well, I also rolled a 1, so I would think those would cancel out.
Okay, I'll give you
Because the
that. Yeah.
complication was before I made the dice roll.
Okay,
How strong do you want that complication to be?
that is a D6 right now.
Okay. I'm just putting straining my magic as the name for it at the moment.
Yep, and you got a D10 big damn hero or big damn or a D10 polka die.
Yep, got that written down as well. So yeah, I will whip together as the strongest knockout gas and totally exerting myself, straining my magic, and I'm just gonna chuck it at the ground so it explodes near them, and the gas expands and starts
Okay,
knocking them out.
that you can go ahead and do the throw next time, depending on what they do. Okay, Cessair, what is Cessair doing at this point?
I'm sure the banshee's out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stuck between a vampire and a banshee right now.
Well,
I don't think I'm long for this world.
the euphoria hasn't kicked in yet, so yeah, she is kind of a growling, but she manages to get out the words, "Get this cunt off of me," as she's gonna try the same thing before, but we're gonna use bigger vines this time and try to just yeet them both off of me. Mostly focused to Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You can. All right. Well, you got an extra D8.
Right, and it was you said mental druid. I almost said banshee distinction.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should call it. Just
Yeah.
call it banshee.
Mental focus and druid. Yes.
Right, banshee would be something slightly different than a druid.
Right.
Those are the thing in the Dresden universe.
Yeah.
And you also
Mental D12, focus D6, druid is a D8, and I'm spending a goddamn plot point to raise to
and you get an extra
D12.
D8, and you would get an extra D8 in there.
Yeah.
From Scarlet's, the fact that Scarlet's tangled up in vines.
Okay, so 2d12 and 2d8. Is that math right? Focus is a d8. I upped my distinction to a d12. Mental is a d12, and then an extra d8. Yes, okay. 12 and 2d8. Swear to God. Don't want to look.
Probably a good thing.
12 again.
There is a 1 in there, I
Yeah,
think.
there's
Yeah.
a one.
You
Yeah,
can
but
give
it's not-
me
it's not a
another
friendly one.
distinction if you, or another. It's not a friendly one. You could give me another complication, I guess, if you want. I could use the plot points.
Yeah.
I have
Wait,
quite a
what
few
was the previous-
complications right
What
now.
was the previous complication I gave you?
Which one? I had in
Bleed
tune before,
Euphoria or something.
which is a D10.
Oh, that's right.
Bitten is a D6, and
Yeah.
euphoric is a D8.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go and give you a plot point and amp up the wrist wound to a D8. That makes sense with how everything's happening right now, and you just got
She just bursted something. That's what it did.
yeah. Well, it's just in the way she's waving her arm around and stuff like that. So okay, so you've got that. Scarlet, go ahead and give me a physical fight and your vampire.
Okay.
And you've got to beat a 12.
Okay. Physical fight.
Swear to God, if you roll like you did last time, I'm gonna scream.
Should
Roll
I use
20
a
hates me.
D12 again?
Kill me.
Um.
No, you shouldn't.
I'll just keep it a D8. Since it's not really personal. It's
I
just
really don't
Scarlet's
want to watch
hunting.
this roll.
Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
It's not personal. It's just a little personal. That's
Yeah. Come on.
Oh,
It's not
jeez.
personal. It's just Cessair and Scarlet Scarlet. Fuck you.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
Swear to
All right.
So can I say that she grabs a hold of Sydney and just chucks him?
Probably. I probably am flying now, not in
She
a way
just
I like.
threw him out of the way.
Mm.
But I will say that she's probably
Oh, shit.
never mind.
No, I'm saying. I mean, what you did was you got your you resisted the vines are trying to grab at you, and you fought them back.
Okay.
Sydney, go ahead and give me a
Landing roll.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a. It's up to you what you use, but it's basically moving. It's basically move and fight.
Okay. I will use fight because that's a hell of a lot better.
Okay.
Because my
And
move
physical.
sucks. in my
Yeah.
opinion. But,
Yeah.
all right. So I use those. Can I throw in my punching above my weight class distinction since I'm in physical combat with a vampire?
Yes, that would be fair.
Awesome. So that will help me a lot.
What are you talking about? Vampires your weight class.
I haven't fought a vampire before. I don't know this.
But you remember.
I don't know how to take that. And I'm going against a 16.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a plot
Gross.
point and bump my distinction up to a D12 for this. All right.
Mm,
So how's about average
only
for a
Scarlet.
roll? Is that good? I
He
think that ends up right.
survives it.
Right.
I don't know. Tonight, a 10 feels low. 10 don't feel average. Right.
Right. Ugh. So yeah, I'll she goes to knock me away. I'm just like, all right, come on. Oh God.
Yeah.
Just go flying
Yep.
off to the
There's
side.
there's no one, so I don't have to. I don't
Right.
check to see if you fly into somebody else.
Yeah. Like, oh, that was harder than I thought. Oh man.
What is a Mr. Peacock doing?
Well, you got to remember, this is like, effectively, he was studying something, and we're talking about,
Seconds.
yeah, at this point, we're
Mhm.
probably talking, we're coming up on 6 seconds of time.
Yeah.
As far as what he's basically turning around going, what the? He just reached his, stage.
He's reached his limit on fuckery.
Yeah. Okay, so then we're back to the top of the order. What's Scarlet doing?
I want to say at this part, she's going to be kind of jogged at that she has actually bitten Cessair. And so I could see her pausing and stopping to try and like shake this off, even though everything's telling her to bite her again.
Okay. You want to give a focus?
Yeah.
A focus roll. Mental and focus. Yep. You are up to, what were your hunger up to?
Oh, a D8.
You're up to a D8. Okay. So let me set the,
Okay.
hang on. I got to set it correctly.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. It is.
Oh, you know what? I do have a D6. No, I don't want to use it. Never mind.
Yeah. And you got a D. Okay, so you got to beat a 10.
Would I have rolled my vampire part?
No, because that was what was driving you. So this,
Okay.
but that, okay, so you're not you're able to take a step back
Mm-hmm.
and rein things in. Let's see. Sydney, what are you doing?
I'll probably try to get up from the ground. Probably crack something as I get up. And Scarlet is just standing there still. Hasn't like attacked again.
Yep, like she took a
Mhm.
step. She took a step back and hasn't moved.
Okay. I'm going to try to step in between her and Cessair again. Not like stepping up to Scarlet, not trying to be confrontational necessarily, but just try to separate them still. And just say, Scarlet, you don't want to do what I'm sure your instincts are telling you to do.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna hand wave. You can step between them. We'll see what Cessair does, but
Right.
I'll
I'll probably just get knocked away again. You know, I'm
Yeah.
a ping pong ball at this point.
You go. What are you doing?
Oh, praying to God that all those years of just flinging stuff around doesn't come back to haunt me, because my ability to throw things is not great. But I am throwing this potion at the ground near them so that the cloud of knockout gas billows over them and knocks the parties out.
Okay. All right. So let's see. You have a D6. Distinction or D6 complication. So that's the difficulty. Go ahead and just give me
All three of them.
just give me your just your throw to making sure it hits.
Physical plus throw. Got it.
Yep. Oh man, that's
I did.
Hey!
that's the one problem with that four-sided is it pops up and for a brief second the GM thinks it's a 1 or they're ones.
It's like, oh, we got to hit a D4. I'm prepared to spend money on hero dice here.
Okay, you it hits, gas starts billowing up. Cessair, what are you doing?
Well, let's see. The Euphoria has now hit, and that is a D8.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm trying to reconcile all her different complications right now.
The D10 doesn't really affect much unless somebody's like destroying the ground, which they're really not. So that's why I haven't hit you with the D10 distinction. It hasn't come into play. But yeah, the Euphoria and the Euphoria and the fact that you're losing a bit of blood through your wrist, but you don't really notice it because your wrist feels absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
So
So I think for the moment, probably to the surprise of everyone, Cessair does not immediately leap to her feet, and then it's Scarlet. She's just kind of laying back for the moment, like staring up the swirling cloud that's now above.
okay. All right.
Huh.
So then, okay, with where Cessair is, let's find how well Hugo rolled when he did his.
I got a 13.
You got a 13 when you made it?
Yep.
Okay. Cessair, go ahead and give me a go ahead and give me 2 physical.
So
To
far.
to roll. Well, she's ready. She basically it's just the knockout gas basically is just kind of rolling over her at this point.
Mhm.
And actually, yeah. Let's see. Okay, I don't have to worry about your other 2 complications affecting it.
8.
Okay. The grass feels fantastic. It's that nice, perfect feeling, and you just think it's a great time to just lay back and take a nap.
She kind of like pets the grass for a second. Why don't I go outside more often? And then just kind of.
Okay. All right, Sydney. She.
Hmm.
Well, actually, Scarlet, what are you doing next round? Cessair
well,
isn't talking anymore.
out of the corner of my eye, I noticed how bright my tattoos were, and I vaguely heard Sydney. And I'm just kind of standing there and then kind of crouched over trying to shake out, but still stepping towards Cessair to go again. She's on the verge of either biting again or leaning towards her humanity.
Humanity. That's my vote.
Um,
Humanity would be nice.
Go ahead and why are we friends again?
You're missing what Andy and I have been talking about in chat. It's okay.
That's a valid question. So about a lot of parties.
Yeah.
Okay, why do we keep getting back together to do this stuff?
Right. What's fun? I don't know.
You know, there is a reason that I figured out early on that you folks would need a parole officer.
Right?
Yeah. I'm doing a bang up job so
yeah.
far.
He's real tough.
Yeah, doing
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Scarlet, go ahead and give me 2 physical. Roll 2 physical.
Is this to resist my knockout gas?
Yes.
Can I spend a plot point to step down one of her dice?
Yeah, plot point will do that. Yeah. That basically you put it so it would definitely blow in her direction. The wind would blow in her direction.
Yep, I'm gonna spend a plot point to step down one of her dice to resist.
So a D8 instead of a D10. She doesn't like that. Okay, here's my roll.
And do me and Cessair have to resist this too?
Cessair's already passed out.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
So
I
I
already
got to
failed
roll.
my roll.
Yeah.
Sorry. Missed that.
Okay. So Scarlet, yeah. Yeah, Scarlet, you get a whiff of something, and it just feels like a really good time to sit down.
Okay.
Sydney, go ahead and give me 2 physical.
2 physical. All right.
Yep.
Here's hoping I roll well. One was good. One wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice little mixture there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Yep.
So. Okay. I'm going to go. Okay. So let's just say above 6. Yeah, you know what? The higher the number, the higher the amount of damage or the higher amount of danger that Sydney's in. Okay. So Sydney,
Awesome.
yeah, so I beat 6, so you end up falling face first into Scarlet's lap.
Crap, I left my nature camera at home.
Right.
You have a D6 waking up in You have a D6 complication of waking up in embarrassing situations.
Waking and embarrassment. I'll just put that.
Yep.
Like my days in college. Awesome.
And at this point, all three of them are knocked out, right?
I feel like
Scarlet's
mine
knocked
was.
Scarlet's just kind of woozy sitting there.
Yeah. I feel like I pass out about as unceremoniously as Hugo did the first time I saw him.
Yeah.
Just completely just.
So if it's back around to me, I'm going to sit down because that took a lot.
So Dimitri's standing there going, "Oh, what happened?"
The inevitable. Those two have been pushing for a fight since they met. I swear to God, I've teased, but if I didn't know better, I would swear they are family in some way. Sisters, cousins, something like that, because they sure as hell fight like it.
And
Scarlet's super triggered by him in this state because all of a sudden she remembers being bitten, being an ally to the wardens, and so just his voice alone kind of reminds her, oh yeah, I want to bite someone, and he might be
great.
next. Yeah.
Him or Sydney? Because I'm right there.
Oh yeah, probably
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah. Great.
But I'll just look at Blank up. It's like the quickest thing you do: knockout potion. Nothing mental. No, I'm like nothing mental. Just put them unconscious.
I could see Hugo drinking one of his potions just to fall asleep.
Right. Just like I'm just gonna join in with everybody while I'm gonna wake up and be like, I don't know what happened.
I wasn't
No.
here.
But
so Scarlet, what are you doing?
She her rage is starting to peak back up, and she goes to bite Sydney as she's moving him.
Okay.
Awesome.
Does she normally go red like that?
not that I've seen her glow red. Or at least, not specific tattoo patterns. I've seen her cheeks get flushed when she's angry. I'm just player mental rewind. At what point Scarlet did make like a angered outburst of, did you know I'm a vampire and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think last week or something like that she said that just before the sparks went off.
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought you had said something like that at some point. All right, so
something
did
about
Say
whether or not
something, but I
something
think
would
it was
affect
just
her.
her and
Yeah.
Sydney.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she angrily said something like that to Sydney. I know that.
But not Hugo. Okay, it's like, yeah, I don't know, man, but she bit, and I'll actually look at Cessair's wrist. Like, she bit her wrist. That's vampire shit. What the hell?
Okay, Scarlet, go ahead and roll initiative for two physical.
Is there any sort of defense that I have? Because I mean, I'm out.
No,
so
you're out. Yeah.
yeah.
So 2 physical and 1 vampire?
No, not for initiative, just two
Okay.
physical.
That's
I'm
good.
And
pretty
you
much-
can roll initiative too.
I'm pretty much just a happy meal at this point.
Female that literally fell into her lap.
Right.
Yep. Awesome. At least she rolled a 1, though.
Right?
Yeah, I don't assign complications on initiative rolls though. You rolling in, Hugo?
I'm sorry. A double physical. Here.
Okay. You actually get to go first.
All right, so Scarlet is biting Sydney now.
Yes.
Going to or already is?
Going to.
Okay. All right.
That's her intention.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can tell by this face.
Right. I'm about a half second away from horribleness.
Hugo has absolutely zero better ideas than to just tackle at Scarlet and try to keep her away from Sydney.
Okay. All right. So you are. All right. Go ahead and give me a
Physical and fight.
physical and fight.
Bring it, Hugo.
Right. I feel like this is a normal family reunion for Casino.
Right.
All right, that time it is actually a one.
Kinda.
That just got rolled there. I got a 6 and a 7, 6 and a 1, so a total of 7. Like I said,
I feel
Hugo's
good
not
about my
exactly-
chances.
Hugo's not exactly thinking clearly, but this is what he thinks is the best idea.
Okay. Scarlet, you have a reaction. He's diving at you to get in the
Okay.
way of your meal. So
I'm gonna like just kind of without lots of effort, step away and let him fall on the floor.
okay.
What do you want me to roll?
That would be fight and move.
Me personally, 2 1s.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That's greedy.
Actually, that would be physical and move.
Okay.
That's greedy of me. 2 2s would also be acceptable.
Oh, okay. How about 12?
That's not acceptable. Sorry. Reroll it. Reroll it.
Okay.
Okay, so Hugo, you have a D6 complication of took a header, basically just damage, because you just basically dove at the earth.
I'm just writing that down as D6 face plant with a lot of exclamation points.
There.
Grass in the teeth.
Okay, so let's see, Scarlet. I believe he also beat you. Yes. Peacock beat you for there, so he gets to. He is going to roll. Let's see his, and you're up to that.
Sounds like a lot of clicking.
It's a fair amount of clicking.
Okay.
Okay. He is he's going to use one of his plot points, or I'm going to use one of the plot points that you guys have given back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
been
very
many.
much. Yes, to add the third die in, so I have a 16. You have a 16 difficulty to stop him from separating you from Sydney.
Okay.
So that would probably be
Fight.
it would either be fight or move if you wanted to get out of his way, the way of his sword cane.
I'm gonna do fight. And my physical. And can I use my vampire?
Yes, you could.
Oh. That's good.
For who?
For
I'm
Scarlet.
gonna say not Sydney.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So Sydney does Um, he does end up knocking Sydney away from you.
Okay.
So what do you? So it gets to your action. What are you doing?
She'll probably turn towards him and leap.
Lost Ava.
Yep. All right.
Oh no.
Go ahead and you're gonna turn towards. Go ahead and roll your. It'd actually be the same dice pool.
Right. Do you have to go first?
Nope, you go first because
Okay.
you're actually setting the difficulty
Okay.
that he's got to avoid.
That's good difficulty.
Yep. So he's got to get 13.
Yeah.
And it's actually the same exact dice pool. And he pulls it off. So he does manage to you come at him and he basically parries with his sword to this cane
Okay.
with his sword cane and still sheathed.
Okay.
So he's blocking you and giving ground.
Okay.
And I think at this point, since we just lost Ava, now would be a good time to go for a break and let her reset her internet stuff. And
good.
then we can come back and see who wins, the Peacock versus Scarlet. Folks, I guess he just pushed the button, so we are live. At this last moment, you go right before the break. You go face planted. Ava was taking a quick nap. Or sorry, Cessair was taking a quick nap. Sydney was flung to protect him from being bit. So we're not sure where Sydney's landed yet. And Scarlet is currently probably trying to decide, does she want to drain Peacock's blood or not? So Scarlet, as well, actually, technically, Hugo did get the does have initiative. What are you doing?
Hugo is stupid. Hugo is absolutely stupid. He's trying to just approach Christina from behind and just try and pull her things like, Christina, no, stop.
Scarlet, no.
Sorry, Scarlet,
I-
yes.
I gave up my days of biting.
Okay, go ahead and roll physical and fight.
Yeah, those didn't change. I was hoping. Is this not a GM difficulty here, right?
Oh no, this is not a GM difficulty. This is you're actually setting the difficulty for Scarlet.
I like an 11, but I think I'm gonna like it a little bit more if I throw in that D10 hero die I picked up a while back. Give me just a second to throw that die out there as well. I like a 17 way better than an 11.
Okay, Scarlet, you got to go ahead and whatever you want to do. You want to do, physical move or fight, and your vampire.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get on the warden's back.
Okay, you're gonna try and put the warden between. So basically, okay, so you're gonna try and
Like as he shucks me, I would swing around and grab on his back.
all right. So you're gonna basically because what's happening right now is Hugo is coming up from behind you to grab you.
Mhm.
So you're just gonna try and move
Yeah,
and put the warden between the two of you. Okay.
right.
Then
So-
then then we'll figure out if you actually get to if you can actually get that position on the warden.
Okay, so that would be physical move and then vampire.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Okay, there we go. No, God. I was so ready.
Oh man.
Stupid dice.
Thank you, R and Jesus.
Okay.
She was rolling so well throughout most of the game at this point.
Yep. You are able to. You're okay. So you go. You grab. You grab her. And actually get a good firm grip on her. Scarlet, you've got another complication.
Can it just be called Hugo?
Yeah, actually, you go grapple.
Okay.
A
And
D6 you go grapple. Actually, a D8 you go grapple.
okay. And I don't have hooked
go
on a root anymore, right?
At this point, yeah, you would have stepped away.
Okay, so that's gone. And I get Hugo grapple. D8.
Okay. So let's see. Next is the
Because the only three people that are still conscious right now are the warden, Scarlet, and myself, right?
as far as you know, yes.
I mean,
So
Sarah's not asleep. She's just enjoying laying on the grass a lot.
well, no, she'd fallen asleep. She's
Okay.
just
No, she's out.
she'll wake up. She'll wake up this round. It does the he made the knockout thing like really quick, so it doesn't have that long of a
That's fair.
period. Right.
Okay.
It was just so she'll wake up probably at the end of this initiative. So basically, after you move, she'll get to do something.
Okay.
So you all right. So you're set now. He's going to. Honestly, he's going to do the same thing that Hugo did. Try to grapple you to prevent you from maneuvering. Hang on one second. I got to re-roll that. And as soon as the dice roll, okay, I'm not sure it'll show up on there, but all right. So Scarlet, you are able to buy a complication off if you'd like. Spend a
Yes.
plot point.
No, I don't want to. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. So you've got to beat a 17 attempt to grapple. So it would be in this case it would be physical fight and vampire.
Perfect.
Yeah, I rolled 2 8s, a 1, and a 9. So
Wait, that's one too many.
Like I said earlier, 10s are just not high enough this session.
I know, right?
15.
okay.
Oh wow.
12.
13. Yeah.
13. Okay.
12. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So you are at this point, I'm going to stage that up to a D10 grapple complication.
Okay.
in which the two of those guys have a pretty good hold on you.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I think again she'd be pretty tired by now. I think she's gonna try and like appeal to the human side. Like she's gonna try and take some breaths. I know this will probably only last seconds, but it may help her. And I feel like in this world, the tattoos, as they get brighter, have more of an impact, right?
Yeah.
On
Yes.
Okay, so they're probably as bright as they can be. So she's probably feeling the effects of that.
Yep.
So she's going to kind of take a breather, but still kind of pull away while she's trying to calm down.
Okay. So yeah, to just be mental and focus.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, at that point, they're not trying to hurt you.
I'm going for a modification of Age of Ultron. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Tom, go to sleep.
Sun's getting real low.
Yeah.
Or the opposite in this case, because she's a vampire.
Right.
I've been out
Okay.
with her in the daytime. She doesn't burst into flames. I mean, it's been daytime this whole time.
You're able to stage this down because nobody's really attacked you.
Okay.
They've grappled you, but they haven't it's not like he's hit you or anything like that. So you're able to stage down your hunger 1 point.
That's good.
Cessair,
Yes.
you wake up.
Oh.
You feel
Right.
woozy, but fantastic. And there's this
She's high. She's high
Yeah.
as fuck right now.
pretty much, yes, that's pretty much it, yeah. And Sydney's laying across your legs.
That's where I landed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Tongue's probably hanging out
Yeah.
at this point.
So are you
She's just
doing?
kind of like sit up slowly, hand to her head. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. She's just gonna like tap him on the side of the face, like, "Hey, wake up," and then probably a little harder.
All right, Sydney, you wake up. She's smacking you.
What? What?
Wake up!
Why am I?
You got something
I
wet
don't
on your
know.
face.
Yeah.
You,
Ah.
it's blood.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome. Great. I
Great.
don't know if that's
That bitch
mine.
bit
or
me.
Yours. It's probably yours. That's
Yeah, she's bleeding out of her wrist.
all right. We should get that
That
wrapped.
bitch is a vampire, and she bit me.
Yeah. I know. let's try to get this wrapped up.
Sydney's a peacekeeper. Yeah, it's bad, but like, just breathe. We'll be fine.
Right. I'm trying here. Yeah. I'll guess. Is there a first aid kit nearby?
Scarlet
Well,
carries one.
Yes.
Check my bag.
Yeah, Scarlett's got a bag nearby.
Yeah.
I've got one in my
Right.
I'm gonna
Okay.
spend a plot point and say I have one on me, like a small
Okay.
trail.
Yep.
First aid kit, just so I
Yep.
have some gauze that I can start wrapping.
Okay.
Around this.
Go ahead and give me a mental first treat, and you can add an extra
There it
D6
is.
into it for your kit.
Awesome. Okay.
And she's a very compliant patient, which
Right,
is
she's like,
yeah,
what?
which is you're really not used to this from her.
Nope. She should take this stuff more often, whatever it is.
Scarlet would be happy to give it.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
That is
9.
not gonna be happening.
Again, 10s just don't cut it this session.
Yeah.
Actually,
I didn't
not a
set.
9.
I actually did not set.
Oh, yeah,
but-
that's right. Yeah.
But you're able to.
Ooh.
No, you were able.
Nope,
You're able
I
to
hit it.
stage it down. You're able to stage it down so she's only at a D6
All right.
now, and she won't like die.
Right. And I will
That's
try to
fine.
put some added pressure onto it by holding her wrist and everything
Yeah.
with the gauze over it. And try to gather myself back to consciousness.
Okay, so what's Hugo doing? Because Scarlet seems to be just calming down.
All right, Hugo will let go, staying close to Scarlet in case she's just trying to sucker me, but staying between Scarlet and City and Cessair.
Okay.
Like I'm like, you calm there yet?
The Dimitri does the same. Kind of backs up a little bit, gives her a little bit of space.
Yeah, give us a space.
What's Scarlet doing?
She can smell the blood, so she's really like now. But it's been covered, so it's helping. I will say that she's just gonna say, "Help me," to the warden. Help me, because she can feel like she's starting to amp up again.
Okay.
Note to self: buy elephant tranquilizer.
Go ahead and give me a mental and a focus roll.
Okay.
Oh, that will help if I actually roll dice.
Rolled dice.
Really like that 5-4-2 this game.
Well, I mean, it's still not a bad roll for 6s.
Right.
Okay. And all right, you do manage to hold it together. You see the warden scratching another circle into the ground. You go
Okay.
around her.
I'll step back and be like, just. You know what? I know I've got at least one more, at least a dose with me. I have my knockout sleep aid.
Mhm.
Well, let's just sleep for like a good 8 to 12 hours. Here's like, I got this. If you want to go out like a light.
Oh, I think I've still got the one you gave me. I never took it.
You should probably not talk right now. She's trying to calm down.
The offer is there before he finishes the circle.
Yeah.
She'll take it.
Okay.
Then he empowers the circle, and I probably should roll just to make sure that he doesn't really screw it up.
Double ones.
No.
There is always that possibility that
I probably shouldn't joke about things like that because the last time I did, I said it right before I actually rolled double ones
Oh wow.
on a 2d6 based system. It was like my Dungeon World game or something.
Okay, so
I was like, oh,
a
that's a
circle
crit fail.
a circle pops up, and you can't smell or sense anything
Okay.
outside the circle. There's no smell of blood anymore. You don't hear Cessair's beating heart.
Mm-hmm.
She's
You
probably
don't You don't smell Cassier's blood or anything like that.
Okay. She's gonna sit down, and it's gonna hit her what happened, and she's going to get really quiet, and she starts to cry because she knows what she's done. And yeah, no, that's what she says.
Um, outside, you can't hear this because Scarlet can't hear it because the circle blocks it. Dimitri turns to Hugo. I'd never seen. I'd never encountered a red cord infected before.
I'm sorry, a what?
Red cord infected. You weren't.
I had no clue. I
Oh,
knew she said she was a Fellowship of St. Giles, but that's about as far as I'm good. I knew.
Do I
Oh.
hear them talking this as well?
yes. Yes, she's. The fact that she's not a vampire means she's never killed before. But
Okay, this is all new to me. I've never had to deal with anything. I don't even know if Albany's really ever been on the radar for any of the courts.
no, that's not a bad way to live.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I've spent way too much time fighting Red Court.
yeah, we hear about the war, but not too many details.
Well, the warden for this district doesn't try to pick fights with. Actually, he doesn't try to pick fights like some of the other wardens do. Um,
All I know is this is
the Watcher and the once the tattoos fade, that will mean she's gotten control of herself again.
all right. So
I got a question.
Teal just look over him. There. Yeah.
She's still like sitting on the ground, kind of
Yeah.
swaying slightly.
I'm still holding the wrist, trying to
oh.
keep pressure on it.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling great, but also kind of feeling fantastic. And I don't know how long this is gonna last, because I'm not certain I like it, but I also really like it, and I don't like that. And it's
Hugo,
really
what did
confusing
you
right
put
now.
in that thing?
Lavender, chamomile, and enough energy to instantly knock them out.
Why is she high?
That would
No, I felt it before that.
be the
Oh.
saliva.
Loud, right?
What?
It's narcotic. Hang on. I have I
open up the bag. It's like, if there's anything here that can help, feel free.
She looks at the wrist that Sydney is holding, looks up at Hugo. I've been making drug jokes to the wrong person. drugs.
She finally understands.
It's like a drugged in though. Just saying.
Here, this. He goes to his vehicle and he comes back with something.
Is it a pamphlet on the red court infection?
No, it is a potion.
A how-to guide?
Right.
Captain
Step
America
one.
video.
Yeah.
The Captain America video. So you've been bitten by a vampire. What do you do?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, he comes back with a potion, and assuming Cessair lets him, he pours it. He gives it to Cessair. This will help with how you're feeling.
And that Sydney is holding. And then when it doesn't move, she just kind of looks at it for a moment and goes, oh.
Holds out the other
Grabs
one.
it with her other hand.
Right.
Did Scarlet bite Sydney?
No, we stopped you before you
Oh,
got
Yeah,
that's
him.
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just barely missed me,
Yep.
thankfully. Instead, I
Told you no.
landed in someone else's lap.
Right.
Slowed you down with my most excellent suicide dive.
At this point,
Right.
Cassair's
Cessair,
like, what could more do?
Oh,
the
God,
potion
shit.
tastes awful. I mean, it's just the worst stuff you can think of. Most distasteful, troubling, just everything. That is bad, wrapped up into
cat
one.
vomit.
Sydney's gonna still keep a grip of the wrist, but try to lean back. Like, don't
Yeah.
don't throw up on me too. I already got blood on my face. I think.
He looks over at you, go, how does she know how cat vomit tastes?
I don't know. I've known her for 4 days.
So that's not an American thing.
No, I've known it for 2 days. That's definitely not an American thing.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was a delicacy that I mean, after I tried pout, I had to try
Dis-
poutine or poutant.
Okay,
And,
all right.
Delicious.
That's a lot better than what I thought you were gonna say, which was poop.
Say, poutine after a night of drinking. Oh, heaven.
Yeah, I mean it's just potatoes and gravy. I mean it's
I'd go for
And
some
cheese
right
curd.
now.
And cheese curds. Don't forget
well,
the curds.
yeah, okay,
Get
yeah.
that out of my
Yeah, I got
mouth.
the cheese.
Sometimes you get with bacon. Maybe a little green onion.
All right,
Perhaps I had it from a bad place, but it did not
Yeah.
agree with me.
I'm gonna give some of Cessair some of the water from my canteen too to try to get some of that taste out of her mouth.
Okay.
See if she even recognizes what I'm handing.
Yeah.
Okay. Scarlet, I mean,
Yeah, she takes it.
you are able to
Converse.
and folk. Yeah, you're basically able to. They leave you alone, and in the piece of it, you can get back into
Centered.
control, back into centered.
While she was sitting in that circle, she just started meditating like they taught her.
And then and you know, once your things start to fade, and he Dimitri looks over at Sydney. Why don't you take her with you? So that she's gone when Scarlet is done.
That sounds good. Can
I'll
a
pull up
helicopter
rage
even fly with her connection to magic now?
Yeah.
Because I heard that was bad.
She's not. I mean,
Nothing happened on the way in, did it?
You drove.
Yeah, but I don't know when this kicks in.
Did Sarah ride in the truck on the way in?
No, she flew.
No, she was in the
On the
she was in the
helicopter.
helicopter.
Okay. For some reason, I had that flip.
I mean, you said my eyes were glowing when we landed.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. And I'll probably need your help to move the trees
I was
so I
able
can
to
get
feel
back
the
out.
bloody forest before we landed.
The trees actually did shift back out.
Mm-hmm.
They were just sucking in because she was pulling them in.
Okay.
At this point, she doesn't have that capacity to focus.
Yeah, as long as it looks like I have clearance, Cessair, let's get you back to where we initially met up, and I can use the first aid kit in the helicopter. Try to patch this up a bit better and clean myself off.
And go ahead and give me a piloting
All right.
roll.
Oh,
10 will still not do it on this roll.
right. Let's see. 10. Law enforcement probably comes in, and I can't remember if we said this was physical or mental.
I think we said physical.
Okay. Yeah. Either one makes sense, to be honest.
Yeah, it does kind of.
Don't have any more plot points. And D8 for typical distinction, right?
Yep.
Or D. Yeah. Okay. Or D6. D8.
Did you mean to roll all
What?
those dice?
What is that D4 doing there?
Yeah, I was wondering because I'll let you change. You might have to click outside of something. Go ahead and I'll let you go ahead and
Okay.
adjust it and reroll.
Yeah, there are a couple over there that I missed seeing. I thought I cleared them. I'll just redo that. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
You're able to fly out, no issues.
Awesome. I can do something.
You believe you can fly?
Yep. I believe I can touch this guy.
Yeah, you are going to have one problem because you're almost better taking her back to Albany.
Oh, directly with her injuries. Yeah.
Well, she's also too stoned to drive her car.
True. All right.
Fine.
I'll probably still go back to the initial meeting spot that we had that had a
Okay.
decent enough clearing for me to land, just so I can focus on treating the wound better. And then take it back up after it's patched up.
The
Okay.
helicopter probably is a better first aid kit than what you had.
Exactly, yeah. And that'll give me a chance to do something. Hopefully that'll keep it from going everywhere. I do have to clean up this helicopter before I return it, so.
Okay, so I'm assuming you don't rush Scarlet.
Rush her?
Yeah.
I will walk up to her. I'm not about to spook the scary vampire lady.
Okay. Scarlet, you're able to break the circle whenever you. I mean, you're able to get it back under control,
Okay.
and then you can break the circle and you get out. You come out.
So I'll offer her hand to stand up if she needs it.
She'll take it and she'll stand and did I bite him?
You only bit Cessair.
Did I drink blood?
Don't know. Didn't stop to look. Threw the knockout gas as fast as I could to try and stop the fight.
Is she okay?
She's alive. She's being taken back. Sydney got her bandaged up. The warden gave her a potion to, I guess, take care of the fact that you're partially addictive.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a common thing we need to have with us. when we get hit with the thing with his little contact that she had. She won't be addicted.
Can you give me that recipe?
Yes, I can.
She's
Thank
gonna
you.
look up at the warden and say thank you.
I don't believe she drank. You drank.
Okay.
There was
We were all
Um,
acting pretty quickly.
yes, and there was too much blood for you to have drank.
Okay.
Uh,
I've never gotten to this point before, but I like lost myself and was ready. It's like that vampire was just so close, and my tattoos hurt so bad. Yeah, what am I gonna say to Cessair? Surprise! I'm a vampire.
Oh,
Well, I mean, she kind of pulled a surprise, and apparently she's a druid, so
Right.
a little surprise, not a bad thing, I guess. But
Yeah.
I think the first word should be a sincere apology.
hmm
Have you ever had to apologize for biting someone with intent to drink their blood?
Well, there was
Nope.
that one
So-
time, but
Oh, I can't that I have, so I can't actually offer you explicit words to say. I can just offer you the sentiment that you should go for.
Okay. What's the
Say I had some potion explosions when I first learned how to do what I do, and I've had to apologize to a couple people. And a dog that sadly will never look at me the same way.
Okay. Well, what's the plan? Are we going back?
I am satisfied with what we found, with what I know has happened, and can take it from can take my investigation from here. I thank you for your assistance. I am
So we
sorry it caused so much strife.
now you're not just leaving us at this point, right?
No, I will still be around, but
Because Hugo's attached.
yes, well,
I've got my own problems so worried about, but honestly, I don't know if you specifically are the one that should be assisting Sarah, but we need to get her in touch with somebody to help learn what she's got going on. I mean, I can teach her about plants and shit, but it's going to be from a human perspective, not a druidic.
I will. I will sit down with her and go through the laws. And there are some control exercises I can teach her. And assuming we haven't leveled a small city block in the ensuing, encounter from me and her being in the same room, we'll go from there. I also need to take a look
Sarah's
at that.
going to get really into genealogy.
I need to. I also need to take a look at that that summoning sphere that she has.
So I don't know how long it's been since you first discovered your gift, but for me, it's only been about 6 years. It's a shock. I don't know if it'll help, but when you talk to Cessair, talk to her with some empathy. Drop the warden mantle if possible. Just talk to her honestly.
I I will try.
Good
I will
luck.
do my best. I have not been a warden that long myself, so. But thankfully, we've gotten to her before. Normally, when I find neophyte magic users, she hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything to warrant warden involvement yet. So I will talk to her. So at this point, we probably should get off the mountain before it gets too much later in the day.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do another treat check after we've landed with the better first aid kit or anything? Or
No, at this point,
Okay.
you'll be able to just get her
awesome.
done. Just gonna hand wave you do unless she
Mhm.
really objects. Actually, she'd be in no shape to. You're
Right.
able to take her to the hospital to get first aid done, to get
Right.
treatment for
Yeah. Legit.
a legit treatment.
He wants to see it again. She's just like, oh yeah, that happened here.
Yeah. Don't take it off. Just jeez.
You wanted to
Um,
see it.
Not like that.
But you guys are able
gonna-
to,
We need so much cleaner for this helicopter now.
Yeah.
Also,
Poke around and then hose it down.
right. Quick question: with the flight roll that I did you roll a 1 to set the difficulty, or was that something before? I was just noticing that in roll 20, and I wasn't sure. which
that was
one
some
of those
before.
rolls.
No,
Okay, cool.
he rolled the 6 and the 5.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping I got something. That's all.
No.
I was just like, ooh, no.
We rode, Hugo and I rode with the warden up here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has to bring us back.
Yep. We bring you guys back.
Scarlett's going to look at Hugo and go, okay, ask away. What do you want to know?
I guess. I don't know. Like, this is all new to me. I've never had to deal with any member or person influenced by any of the vampire courts. They've always been that big bad evil boogeyman man off in the distance. Never had to face it down.
Long story short, I helped the wardens in Edinburgh whenever they got hurt in the war against the Red Court. The Red Court saw that I was a friend of the wardens, and one night on my way to the hospital, I got bit. But with Red Court vamps, if I don't feed or kill someone, I don't turn. And so I found this Fellowship of St. Giles that taught me how to meditate, and I put those tattoos all over my body so that I can tell when it's getting closer and closer to me freaking out or going after someone. And this is the worst it's ever been.
Okay. Is there
So,
like? So is it always when you get pissed off? Is it if you?
it's when I get,
around? Like
well,
I,
you'll be able to tell by my tattoos, like if I'm tired or I don't know if you notice, you've seen them before when I would fight, like when we fought the troll, because I was exerted. And so any kind of weakness to my body gives that vampire part an extra step up to get me. But more than anything, I don't want to be a vampire. And that is not what I want.
is there? I'm just gonna kind of fall back on my wheelhouse. Like, I guess, is there? They ever mentioned any sort of like potions or teas or scents or stuff that could help you out that I can provide?
I wish there is the only kind of cure that I know of, and I haven't done a whole lot of research about it, is the unraveling mentioned within the Fey courts.
Yeah, I have never dealt with them, and honestly, I think I'm better for it. The closest I've come to dealing with anything that isn't human has been Seed Thief, and that's just because he's a little chipmunk. Nature spirit helps me find stuff, and I
And
give
now you're
him
friends
stuff
with
largely.
one.
Could go into a joint business venture right there.
Right.
Oh, trust me, the capitalism complication is still on Hugo, and he's got it running in the back of his head going, I know a druid now. We could set up an easy greenhouse space.
Okay. Well, on
70-30 profit split, 70% towards the druid, because I could take my 30% and reinvest into stuff I'm making.
okay. Well, on that capitalistic note, um, next time when we come back, you guys will have had. It'll be a episode where you can you recover, get things set back up. There'll be a conversation between
Ooh, a downtime episode.
a downtime episode between Dimitri and Kazir, which hopefully will not
Oh,
level
that'll
a
go
city block.
swimmingly.
Right.
Yes.
I would
Uh,
like Sydney would like to be there for that conversation, just to try to help not level a city block, if that's possible. But I really don't know what help he would do, but maybe just his presence. I don't know.
Between them, you'll be fine.
Right.
Uh, but so look forward to everybody seeing everybody again next Monday night.
Hmm.
And tomorrow night, we've got Shadowrun. I believe on Friday night, Vord, are we going to do community game night again?
Yeah, my work project will allow me to actually do such things.
Okay, so we're
2
back.
this week.
You got 2 this week?
Yes. Tonight's my free night this month, for the Fridays.
Okay. Anybody else got anything going on they want to talk about? Okay.
Thursday night, you can stop by Lucas J Varieties channel on Twitch. Same time, I think it's the same time as this one. So whatever time we started tonight, not good. For our D&D Tales of the Yawning Portal campaign, you'll get to hear my atrocious Irish accent there too, because my new character has it. But it'll be our last episode for a few months because the GM is getting a new baby next month. And so he'll need time to adjust.
Yes.
Let's do
18
take some
years.
So it'll be a final episode for a while.
Well, hope everybody had fun. Hope everybody has a good night.
Yeah.
And everybody be safe. And have a good week. Good night,
Yep.
everybody.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Don't get bit by any vampires.
Or do if that's your thing, you know.